OK，nhớ rồi chồng cái team mong trang xong số của your continue part out to just secret technology has secret program OK. Em cũng thằng ta cũng mà luôn thằng số loop earth nó loop universe nó and what is the matrix OK and what is about the matrix. One time I haven't bothered. I'm gonna try to elaborate and go into depth OK. So yes, we have a lot of secret technology and secret program that you guys don't know exists. Okay. So I left off at where we could fabricate anything. Okay. By using artificial self-imaging or ASI. We have sound barrier technologies where we could eliminate sound or we can make anything completely silent. Okay. Like we could build a force field around the UFO or a ship or ourselves or anything or a missile, and it will be completely silent, no sound. Okay, that's how we're able to do it, and that's how it works. Space, you see all the space around us here. It's a fabric. Space is a fabric. It's a grid. We're inside an invisible, raw matter energy. Okay, the energy doesn't die. The energy just get recycled. For example, if I die, everything hit rot, decay, vaporize, and it goes into raw energy. It goes back into the fabric of space and time. The energy just get recycled, and then when we're gonna teleport stuff, we bring the energy and matter back. So we will never run out of teleportation like energies and matters. Okay, it just get recycled. Okay, what we can do to the space around us. Okay? We could rip the space open and create a black hole here. Okay, and when we go into the black hole, we die. Okay, and our energy go back into the fabric of space and time. If you enter a black hole, you die. If you enter a portal, you die. What it does is when you enter the portal, all your atom right here, your molecule, your particle here, proton, electron, die. And then it copies your information. And wherever the other side that is coming out, it recreates, rematerializes. Okay? Another copy of you. It's not you, it's the other you. It has your information, your memory, your consciousness, your DNA, everything, but it's not you. It's not the same one. Okay? So never use teleportation. Never go into a portal because you're dead. Or we could use a programmable laser and we could scan all the atoms, all the program here, and beam you over there and recreate you, another one you over there, and kill this one and destroy the original one, which is you're dead. Okay? This is what they don't want you to know. You only live once. Once you die, you die. The other one that's coming back is the other you. Okay? Teleportation, we could do it 3 ways. We could scan the laser, the programmable laser, and scan all the programs here, and then we could materialize, another copy's over there. Okay? Or we could dematerialize, where we will destroy the atom, the copies here. Or we could rematerialize, where we had to copy the program and we just beam over here and we just create another you over here. That's how teleportation works. By borrowing energy from the grid, we draw energies and matter from the grid here, okay? That's how teleportation works. We could fold space in half. Okay, you see the paper here? Okay, so I could fold in half. You see the paper here is point A and point B. So if I want to go on the other side, I just fold in half. And I just hop over. Okay? You see, like, when you're but you see how we have sex? We don't have to do the old way where you have to get on top of somebody and pound that, that person. We could just fold space in half. I could be sitting here and I could have sex with somebody across the street or across the world if I know their location, their GPS. And I will go interdimensional. Okay? It will look like I'm sitting here, but I'm not really here. What you guys seeing here is just an artificial self-imaging. But my real self is over there. Okay? This is how we fill space and have sex. Okay? But that person over there can't see you. They can't touch you. They can't see you, but you can see them and you can touch them. Okay? This is how dangerous it is for people to have access to program where they could rape and fuck anybody if they know where their GPS location is at. Or we can move space. Okay? I can move myself. I can move space. And have somebody shift over to me where I'm at and fuck them. Or I can shift myself into anywhere in the world and fuck them, have sex with them. Okay, that's how dangerous it is if you know how to move space or have access to move space, fold space, or bend space, bend time and space, where you can go faster than the speed of light. Okay, it's very dangerous, for people who have all this exotic technology and program, and they can't see you, they can't touch you, but you can see them, you can touch them, because you are now interdimensional being. Okay, you're not a physical being where they can't see you and they can't touch you, but you can see them and you can touch them. That's how dangerous it is to be an interdimensional being. Okay, they don't want you guys to know the truth. They don't want me to talk. They don't want me to tell you guys anything, but they can kiss my ass. And we have MedBed. Okay. And MedBed is like a CT scan or a MRI scan or a CAT scan, where they put you in a bed and it has a 360-degree laser and thermal infrared laser, where it shoots thermal heat laser at you, and it could repair anything in your DNA, like cure cancer, any kind of disease. If you got missing limbs, or damage to your body or DNA, and they could fix the DNA, or they could change your DNA. That's how they changed my DNA. That's how they changed me into a baby, and that's how they erased my memory by putting me in MedBed and shoot infrared thermal laser into all my memory here and erase my memory. And that's how they changed me into a baby. The MedBed can make you old, young. It could change you into any animal. It could change your DNA, repair whatever. Okay. And I'm going to talk about vision spectrum, okay? We have a lot of vision, not just visible vision. If they give you the program where they edit your eye vision spectrum, you can see night vision. You can see full color X-ray vision. You can see UV vision, ultraviolet vision. Or you can see blind color like cat and dogs, or you can see blind color, you can see gamma ray vision, and there's another vision where you can see through walls and you can see through anything. It's called sonar vision, where it shoots sound wave, and it's gonna bounce back and give you image. Okay, it's called sonar sound wave. Okay, so this is the coolest vision. You see how like fish could see in the dark, because there's no light in the sea. How do fish see, in a murky, water, because they got sonar vision, Or we have those electromagnetosphere where they can see the electromagnetic energy grid. You see how those Homer pigeon, where they wherever they're hatched and born, you could throw them across the world and they will know how to find their way back home, because wherever they go, they are leaving a paper trail into the grid. That's how those Homer pigeons are able to find their way back, because they got eyes where they can see the electromagnetic magnetosphere. Okay, Just like canine, how canine dogs could smell and know how to trace a suspect or a victim because we are marking the grid. We are carrying the mark of the beast and the marker, and is tracing, is creating a paper trail of electromagnetosphere. That's how canines are able to track and find the victim or the suspect. Okay, that's what they don't want you to know, and that's how they do it. Okay, we got invisible mirrors where flying all around us in in our air too. The sky is a hologram, guys. Okay, I don't believe anything I see in the sky anymore because when I put my phone on it, I can't see it. It didn't show up my phone when I try to record it, but I can see with my naked eye. You know, I mean my third eye. You know, the invisible mirror are alien called the blanket. Okay, but those invisible mirror are two type. Where they could fly around there like a mirror, a flat mirror. It could run to any size. And they can fly around, shift around in a CGI for you to see something that's not there. So there's no way to tell what you are seeing 10 feet away from you, okay? Uh, I'll talk a little bit off topic, but you know, you guys got to know. I'll get back into what is the Matrix. The Matrix is an invisible mirror, okay? And they also could create an invisible mirror by using electromagnetic field or electromagnetic force field. It's like a force field, but it's very flat, like a mirror. And they can CGI for you to see anything, and it can fly around through walls, through anything. Okay, that's why it's so tricky in the Matrix here, because there's no way you can prove what you see. Okay. I'm going to talk about DNA, RNA, and gene editing. Okay. DNA, we could splice the DNA. You know, the DNA strand, we could splice and add any kind of animal or transformer or whatever code into the DNA. Well, we could become half metal, half human, half animal. You know, those Pinoy dogmen are called dogmen, okay? Yeah, Pinoy. In ancient Egypt, they call it dogman, okay? They still exist today, but I think the program doesn't want you guys to see anymore. But Pinoy are called dogmen in America, okay? And I will talk about that later too, in depth. Those type of, you know how like you see the ancient Egypt where they had the head of the bird, body of a human, a dog, or a pig, or whatever. Those are called Zeozoid, okay? Mon word big who are Zizwa, okay? Or they're that kind of type, okay? They're called Zeozoid. We could, you know, modify the DNA, okay? The RNA are in the blood, so I don't know too much about RNA, but it has something to do with the blood, okay? And of course, we got consciousness. Our consciousness or our soul are inside the pineal gland, okay, what they call the third eye. Okay, if you want to know that, you need to look into that, into ancient Egypt, about the third eye, pineal gland. Okay, there's bio warfare. Bio warfare are very dangerous. Okay, where we could program anything by dancing, singing, dressing, talking, chanting, and we could fight a war just by posting. If I post like that, and then somebody see it, if they get tempted, they get blown up, and they die. Boom, they get ruptured. Or if I sing, I say something. If I ask them a question they don't know, if I use bio warfare program, if I ask them a question and they don't know, and then they can't answer it right, and then they blow up. Boom. That's how dangerous it is. How our technology right now, okay? Or if you see somebody dressed very weird or very exotic, or a girl showing her breast boobs showing real big, and you get tempted and you start drawing to it, and you blown up and you're dead, you know. That's how dangerous it is. It's called bio warfare, okay? So, you know, we got programs where you don't see, we can fight a war by not killing physical anymore. We could just do by showing, you know, or if you see a drawing, a picture, and you get tempted, and if they put a bio warfare program there, boom, you're dead. You can kiss your ass goodbye. You know, you'll blow up. You know, and you just vaporize. All the your atom just blow up like a balloon. Okay, that's how dangerous bio warfare is. We could program the food, water, airborne, or anything has to do with your five human sense: your sight, your nose, your mouth, your taste, your hearing. Anything that you hear, you see, you taste, you smell, you could get programmed. That's how dangerous it is. We could put an episode program simulation to it. For example, I touched this paper and they put a episode program into this paper where it's gonna, if I touch it, it's gonna program me to go rape or rob or kill somebody. And if I accidentally touch this paper, and then I'm gonna get programmed. You know, because everything is a cluster of hydrogel where they can load a program into anything, the air, energy or matter or something you see, and you're gonna get programmed, and it's gonna simulate you to do something you don't want to do. That's how people get in trouble, and that's how the world's a mess. Okay, so you guys need to know that. Now we got several type of electromagnetic. I will talk too about electromagnetic pictograph. Okay, we could plant a bomb into the grid right here. Okay, and those structures look like a tree, like, you know, like a little bush tree, and the color is green, whitish, and yellow and orange. Okay, those how those electromagnetic pictograph energy look like. Okay, and they could plant anywhere in the grids. Because I've been walking to bombs and booby trap every day. I'm getting blown up. I get killed. I die every day, but I keep coming back. And there's another type of electromagnetic energy, what they call electromagnetic pictogram. Okay, where it looks like a Pac-Man, like those Aztec Pac-Man. You know, and then this Pac-Man, they could put it on the walls, on the ground, like on the cement or on the floor, or they could put it in the air. And if you walk by that electromagnetic pictogram, Pac-Man could come out, open the mouth, and eat you, and you will die. Or it could shoot microray from its eye, you know, and it GPS you, and you will blow up and you will die. Okay. Or they could use they could put like a little strands of frequency, you know, like all this little strand, like they could build like a little fit strands of like those EKG, like at the doctor where you see those EKG lines. They could put it in the grid, a whole bunch of line, and then you walk into it, boom, you'll get zapped, and you'll just rupture and die. And of course, we got proton, which is atom. We got electron, which is energy. We got neutron, and we got particles, and we have molecule, which is water, you know. And of course, we could splice. If we splice the atom in half, it just keep multiplying, and we could program it to where it could splice forever. Okay. And that's all the technology and program that I remember, and I wrote it down here. Okay. So, yeah, I just want to tell you guys what we have and what kind of type of exotic technology and programs we have. What, you know, they could do, all that. You know, so just don't go off grid, or you're going to get GPS and you're going home. And like I said, you know, we got a lot of exotic technology where we don't fight and kill each other like in the old way where you have to fight with guns and swords anymore, okay? You know, we could just sit here and say something and somebody can't answer right and they die. They, you know, that's so dangerous it is programming, you know? Or we could just put a sign or a picture right there. Somebody passed by and saw it, and they just get blown up. Because they get tempted. That's so dangerous. Bio warfare. It's not like how we used to nuke and blowing up, killing people anymore. It's the programmers are playing with people's lives. We're just a test subject. You don't matter. Everybody's replaceable. Life is a game. You know, and they're gambling on life. Everybody's a test subject. Everybody's a sex slave. We had no free will. We live in a fake world where everything looks natural, everybody looks happy, but behind door, everybody has a shitty life. You know, even though everybody's Superman, Supergirl, whatever, superhero. Life is a lie. That's what I've been telling you guys. I have a shitty life. I may look happy. You guys see me going through all kind of bullshit, have a shitty life, going through all kind of trouble. I'm getting framed, incriminated. I'm getting sabotaged, set up. I have always been a prisoner ever since I've been activated in 1982. I could never have any free life. I can never do whatever I want. I cannot buy whatever I want. I can never keep any money. I can't just go anywhere. I cannot just do whatever I want. I'm always being a prisoner in plain sight. You know? Now everybody knows. But I just want to talk a little bit like this, and I will talk about the Matrix and a little bit more about myself. Okay? Thank you. Feel free to drop in the comment, guys.